360 right here. I'm actually finishing a hula hoop that I started taping. Look how cool that is. It's like a color shifting tape, and then I'm gonna use, I was debating between these two. Hi everyone. You guys like the one on this side or here, left or right? The pink one or the purple? Well, I already kind of picked the purple one, so we're gonna see how it looks. And if we like it, good. If not, we can always just change it. I'm the owner of I Dream of Hoops, custom made hula hoops for anyone who's interested. A lot of people do it for working out and they like specific sizes, so that's kind of where I come into play. You can order any color that we have in the shop in whatever size that you prefer. If you're a beginner, you definitely want to start like 32 inches and bigger, 32 to 42. What you guys think? Shout out, happy birthday. I think it looks good. You can find any of the products that I hand make at idreamofhoops.com.co. I have the link in my bio, so you can go find me there. Every hoop is handmade by me. I really put a lot of love into these things. After I'm done right here, I'm going to show you guys some of the painted ones that I do. I do a lot of painted ones. That's something that's unique in my shop. No one else really does the painted ones. They are a lot of work, but they're beautiful. Happy birthday, June. I hope you have a happy birthday. It's raining over here. Is it raining where y'all are? You can probably see it outside my window. Perfect day for crafting. So this one's a little bit darker and then transitions into the lighter. I also have this tape, which I might use as well. I'm not sure yet, actually. Let me, since this is probably not a whole lot of fun for you guys, let me save this for now. Actually, I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. This is a hydro dipped hula hoop, which when I did this batch, people really loved them. You can't control the paint that much, but that's kind of the beauty of it. And so this is kind of where I started experimenting. I started watching hydro dip videos, and then I just started experimenting with the hoops. Okay. This one is like a, you can find all of these on my website too. Like I said, it's linked in my bio. This one is a color tubing, and then it has kind of like just a random cool patterns. This side has like more blue, darker, deep colors. And then if you flip it, it's going to be lighter colors, so it gives it a different look on both sides. This is going to be the light side, the darker side. I don't think I have this one listed, but I will list it soon because it's very pretty the more that I'm looking at it, and I hadn't looked at it since I made it. They are a labor of love, so sometimes you just have to walk away. Sometimes you just have to keep going. This one is very cool. It's like a rainbow ombre design. And then we have some heart stickers right here. And then on the opposite side, it's like a cloud design with stars. We call these like a coin flip because when you flip it, it looks different. These are, I believe, called rainbow clouds on my website. It's one of my favorites. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yes, it's like this one's red, white, and blue. Everybody go and vote today. I did this one, I think, last election season, but whipping it back out now. Like I said, time to vote, guys. We got to do this. Get our country back together. Spread some love. This one really took me a long time, but it's one of my favorites. I'll usually do them in batches of like 2 to 5, depending on how intricate the patterns are. But I'll do them in batches because you have to let it dry and then flip it over, do the other side. It takes time. It takes a good bit of time to do this, but I really enjoy it. And I just keep adding little dots and glitter. You know, I would really never stop if I had the time. Not sure my measurements. And then this one is a black and white tribal pattern. And this tubing actually in the sunlight, not in regular light, it has to be sunlight, will turn blue. The white part will turn blue. So the more sunlight, the darker the blue color. I don't know how it works, but it's literally like sunshine magic, which is really fun. So you can get 2 different looks out of it. These are very detailed as well. I did this one after I did the rainbow one that I just showed you guys. So they have like, you know, similar designs. I wanted to go on the opposite end of the spectrum. And then the color changing tubing makes it exciting. And then what about this, guys? What do you think about? It's a leopard print inspired design. Actually, I spray painted the hula hoops a metallic silver. Then I hand cut each of the spots out of this is what we call deco tape. It's just like decorative shiny tape. I picked random colors. This one is one of my favorites. Watch. Like I said, it's abstract, leopard print and inspired. So it's tape, and like I said, the base layer is silver spray paint. Then I hand cut and then put all of the dots on, and then I did like the black outlining and little accents with a paintbrush. This is kind of like the order that I started with. I started with like just the paint, and then I was like, well, why wouldn't I mix the paint with the tape? So that's kind of where we are at this point, which I really like how this one came out. I did a normal leopard. Watch, I have it right here. I did this one, which is like the classic leopard colors. Like I said, with the base of the spray paint, and then the dots are reflective tape. If you put them under like heavy lighting, they'll actually give the illusion of glowing. That's what they use on the roads, is reflective like tape that you can see at night when your headlights shine. It's kind of the same concept with the yellow tape. So under the right lighting conditions, this could look really cool in motion, like a leopard. All of these are available on my website, which I have linked on my page. Do you guys have like any cool ideas? Maybe something I can do, something fun and different with? I literally have a million tapes, like, for real. Okay. Sure. Let me show you guys the rainbow coin flip. Like I said, it's a sky and then a rainbow. So this is what we use the hula hoops for. It's like a workout and an art. It's really fun. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I do it because I enjoy doing it. It's always evolving. There's always new tricks to learn. and it's a full body workout. But you guys didn't know you could do all that with a hula hoop, and honestly, there's so much more that you can do. You can literally hula hoop on your nose, you can hula hoop on your elbow, you can hula hoop on your neck. Any area of your body that's rounded, like your neck, your arm, it's easy for the hula hoop to circle around it. The reason why it's hard to waist hula hoop for most people is because your waist is not round, it's more squared. So it flows really, really smoothly on something round like your arm, but it's like throwing a circle around a box. It's gonna get wonky and crazy. The best technique I can tell you guys, if you do pick up a hula hoop and are trying to circle it around your waist, is whenever the hula hoop is spinning around and hits you here, you're gonna push it forward. And when it spins and hits you on the back, right here on the opposite side, you're gonna push. So it's more like a sideways rocking motion. Like boom, boom, boom. Here, 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 here. As soon as it touches me, I can feel the hula hoop right here. I'm pushing. Push, 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 push. Touch my back. Push, 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 push. And also, most hula hoops aren't big enough for adults. People are like, I used to be able to hoop when I was a kid, I can't hoop anymore. Well, it's because your hula hoop's not big enough. So that's why you need to get a custom sized one. It's for fit to your body, your stature. It depends if you're tall, petite. It has a range of different reasons why you would want a different hula hoop. Whether you would like to do like off-body stuff, you want something a little bit smaller. If you want to do on-body like we were just doing, you want something bigger. This one is paint and tape. I literally painted each and every dot on here. I said making these things is a labor of love. This is the reflective tape that I was talking about that is like what's on the road. So if you put bright light on it, it'll shine. It'll kind of make it look like it's an LED hoop, but it's just the tape that's reflecting the light back. So I combined this little heart. The name of this hoop, I believe, is A Million Acts of Love. So all the little dots is my 1 million acts of love that I'll put into this piece. You can, like I said, order any of these hoops on my website if you're interested. I really like how this one came out personally. And then, so I'm talking about hoop sizes, and it's a learning curve. You're not going to get the perfect size hoop probably the first time. Not one size fits all tricks. So your bigger hoop that you learn your on-body tricks with might not be ideal for learning off-body tricks. And you'll just have to kind of learn as you go. That's just one of the things that come with the territory. But so for instance, these are 2 miniature hoops. So I'm not very good at doubles, but people like to do like off-body double tricks. But the cool thing about this pair of hoops is you can open, all of the hoops that you order from me will come with a connection. So this particular one, you can connect them together, and voila, you have a really big hula hoop. The bigger the hula hoop, the slower the rotation. You can see this one I'm barely having to move because the hoop's so big, the rotation is very slow. This will be easy to learn, like on body tricks, because you have more room inside. So you'll probably start off with a big hoop, but then, so for instance, this is way too big for me for like off body tricks. I thought I was just crazy at first whenever I first started, but I needed a smaller hoop to be able to try those different tricks. So that's one, option. We have this pair that is pretty universal, so you can use it as minis or as one big hoop. I also sell like hoop extensions, so you can put like a little piece of tubing onto it and make it bigger, so you can have 2 different size hula hoops with one. Save you a little bit of money, or if you're trying to like experiment and figure out what size you need, it can help you buy 2 different sizes and see which one you prefer. Hey everyone, it's so good to see everyone here. Yes, like I said, I'm going to bring you guys into my hoop lab where I do most of my creations. Not today, but for another live stream, so make sure you guys subscribe. This one was painted by me. It is inspired by the flower fields of California. We went one time on vacation to California and went to these beautiful flower fields. I will never forget them, and that's what the concept was behind this one. It's an abstract, flowers. It's a very small surface to paint on, so I can always do like a custom paint for anyone, if you wanted particular colors or if you had an idea. I've done like American flag designs. I can do almost anything. I've been making them for a long time. Like I said, my tape options are endless. You can combine them, so like that's really fun. Which one's your favorite? This is color shifting, and this one's like rainbow sheen, and then I haven't made anything with the brown and the black glitter. I did one with the combination of both of them that I really liked. I don't know if you guys have any ideas what would look good if I would do like a color combo with the brown or the black. Like I said, I actually combined the 2 and it looked pretty cool. Circles on circles on circles. These are fun. Most beginner hoops will have 2 deco tapes, which are tapes like this. Sometimes we'll do a solid color. It depends. A lot of people like to have a solid color hoop because they want to look like the hoopers that they watch, which are really good and usually do have a solid color hoop. So I do make some beginner solid hoops for that reason. But with so many tape options, it's hard to tame yourself down to just one color sometimes. So if you do go look at my shop, you'll see that my style and taste is very unique, busy, kind of wild. I like very unique things. That's kind of what I gravitate towards. So naturally my art is gonna reflect that. Speaking of, this is one of my favorite tapes ever. It's Golden Opal. But, I mean, how magical is this tape? No, I'm not a gymnast. I actually started this in my adult life, so I never really did it in any type of like structured form. I learned from the internet. It became a big fad, and I don't even know what year, honestly, about 10 years ago, and I saw someone at a music festival, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. And I'd been looking for something to inspire me. I wanted to work out, but do something that's fun. I'm not good at going to the gym and just like doing the same things over and over again. I like some excitement, something different. So this was perfect. Once I found it, I never worked out a whole lot. Always tried to stay in shape more with dieting, and a very little bit of exercise, but now this is my new dance partner, and she's always home, so I pick it up just in between like chores, sometimes in the morning to get my blood pumping. So that's kind of another beautiful thing about it. If you have kids at home, or if you can't get away to go to the gym, or don't have the money for a gym membership that you're probably not going to use, then your hula hoop's always just sitting there waiting for you. You can do a short session, you could do a longer session. So it makes it easy. Put on your favorite music, you'll get lost. Learning a new trick, you'll be self-motivated to keep going because you almost have that trick, so you just keep trying and trying and trying until you get it. So it's very self-motivating. It changed my life. So I'm very happy that it found me, even though it was later in life, that it did find me. And it's probably something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I think it finally stopped raining. Like, this is 2 more tapes. This one is a silver glitter, rainbow glitter. And this one is close to second. It's color shifting, so the hoop will look all different types of colors depending on how the light hits it. These are the 2 tapes that I was combining earlier. Let's see. So like I said, every hoop is handmade by yours truly. I put a lot of love into these. I try to make unique products so people will have something new and exciting, you know, to motivate them to continue on their hoop journey. Some people are more like trick oriented, and if that's the case, like more off-body tricks, you're gonna want a smaller hoop. Not anything real small, but if you're focusing more on off-body, or you want to like focus on your arms, you want something from like 24 inches to 31, I would say. 32 would be the absolute smallest hoop for someone who's small, petite, and motivated, and to purchase and be successful with waist hooping in a remotely decent span of time. The bigger the hoop, the easier it is to learn on-body tricks. So honestly, the best thing you could do to save yourself a lot of pain and suffering in the size department is to purchase 2 hoops together, a bigger one and a smaller one. Like I said, on body hula hoop will be from 24 to 31. You can do 5/8, which is the smaller tubing. It's a little easier to manipulate with the hand. I'll show you the difference between the 2 tubings in a second. And then for an on-body hoop, like I said, 32 is the absolute minimum. And that's for someone who's 5 foot, very petite, very athletic, and very motivated, could probably hula hoop pretty well as a child. So, like I said, in those ranges is a good general idea for what size hula hoop to purchase. Let's see. So, I don't know if you can see this. The colorful one is going to be the 5/8 tubing. It is a little bit thinner than this, which is the 3/4 tubing. You want to get your bigger hoop and a 3/4 tubing, like you can see it better from like a distance. You want to get your beginner hoop and the 3/4 tubing and a bigger diameter so you can master the on-body tricks. There's a lot of like very technical things, and you want to have some space to be able to move with the on-body type stuff. Like even like the shoulder hooping I was doing earlier, this hoop's going to be way too small for that. So 3/4 inch tubing. It can be polypro or HDPE. Don't overthink it. There's a lot of old information on hoop sizing, and it's just honestly easy to be misguided. Things have changed a lot. So just make sure that the information that you're getting is current and up to date. And then the thinner tubing, like I said, you can kind of see it better from a distance. It's not a huge difference, but you can definitely feel the difference in your hand. And the 5/8, the thinner tubing, is going to be a little bit faster and more responsive. If you're curious about the 2 different tubings, I would get your smaller hoop and the 5/8 because, like I said, it's a little bit easier to the hand. It's not quite as bulky. And if you're curious, that's the way to go. Don't do it with your bigger hoop. A bigger hoop, you want the 3/4 tubing for multiple reasons, because it's going to take a beating and you don't want it to bend. You want to have some weight to it because it helps with the on-body stuff, so you want to go 3/4 tubing with that. Like I said, polypro or HDPE. If you live somewhere cold, HDPE is more durable. It's less likely to crack from cold weather, so HDPE would be the preferred tubing if you live somewhere that's cold. I don't know if you guys have any questions, but I am happy to answer it about sizing. Thank you. I'm just trying to spread some hoop knowledge because a lot of people don't know about it or maybe don't know where to get started. And we all start somewhere, usually by finding a hooper that we love on the internet, someone who we fall in love with and just want to emulate, and then you learn the name of the tricks. I have a video that like has the top 10 tricks you should learn first, and then you just go like head first into tutorials. Watch different hoopers. Some people explain things different. Some people just, make it click for you easier. So that's kind of where you start. You're not going to have a transition or flow immediately. It's something that's acquired with a lot of practice. So what you start with is just learning tricks, and then once you have about 5, 6, 10, tricks down, like I said, we all learn differently, then you'll kind of be like, okay, what I learned an isolation. Okay, so where can I go from here? Well, you can go to the side, weave, and then back to isolation. But you're gonna have to learn the isolation first, then the weave. So it is a long, gradual process. Like this one's rainbow on one side and black and white on the other. It's called the flip side. So, like I said, we all kind of pick our own path. There's no specific way to do it. But once you start, there's a lot of us that aren't typical athletes, or people that work out that have fallen in love with it for the art and the fun and just like the mental health relief that it can give you, and a world where we're so preoccupied and everything's just moving so fast that whenever you're in your hula hoop and you're going from trick to trick, you're learning your flow, or maybe trying to learn your flow, you can zone out everything. And that's what we call the flow state, is when nothing else matters. It doesn't matter if anyone's watching. You're in a flow state where you're 100% focused on the task at hand. You can do flow state with a lot of different things. Skateboarding would be considered a type of flow. There's other flow arts as well. Juggling would be considered a flow art. Some people are more like trick type hoopers, and then others are more dancey and like to dance with their hoop. I'm more of a fun, I'm not real techie. I've learned over the years, quite a few tricks, but there's a lot of hoopers that are much more technical than I am. So like I said, everyone has their own path, and that's kind of the beauty of it too. You can adjust accordingly. If you have like an injury or something, you can try to avoid that area with the tricks that you learn. It's very personal. You can make it work for you no matter what. You can do it outside. Like I said, you don't have to have a gym. You just have to have the willpower and the motivation to do something that is good for you. And